Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you are enjoying this show, you should also check out the Premier Voice Podcast, hosted by myself, Aaron Kintok Sands, the Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, where we discuss many topics within the culture, from music, love, relationships, sex, politics, and many more. We could make you laugh, but the show could also get a little raunchy and may not be for everybody. But if you're willing to take that risk, check out the Premier Voice Podcast every Wednesday, a part of the Premier Powerverse. Other show you could check out on the Premier Powerverse is King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands every Friday at 12 p.m. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Rod every Monday at 12 p.m. And Welcome to the Trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Listen and support on every show in the Premier Powerverse. Thank you for listening to this message and enjoy the show. You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 8. Chill! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Voice Podcast, and your host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And for this episode, I got something that I want to say, and I got a message for the women. So this is for my women and women only, especially for my black women, my women of color, and the women that want to see change. This is for you. And I just want to talk to y'all. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
My name is Annika Hutchinson, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, if nobody told you this today, you are beautiful. And I say this because sometimes the most simple thing can make a person day. So just remember, just look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are beautiful, because that is what you are. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-Off Series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Rider Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
This is Paige from the Badass Fabulous podcast, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got something that I want to say. And this episode is for the women and the women only, especially for the Black women, women of color, and the women who want to see change. I just want to say I'm sorry for not having y'all back the way that I should be having y'all back. I want to say I'm sorry for not checking up on y'all as much as I should. And I want to say I'm sorry for not giving y'all the support that y'all deserve. Always felt like y'all was okay, but at the same time, I feel like y'all needed us more than we think. And for that, I apologize. I know things did not go as planned because we all would look forward to a woman to go into office, especially a Black woman to get into office. But even though it did not happen today, that doesn't mean that it won't happen in the future. Don't let this downfall stop y'all from believing in change. Don't let this downfall stop y'all for aiming for the goals that y'all want to aim for. You just have to remember that no matter what, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and God will always have our back, even through bad times. So don't let this downfall stop y'all from believing in Him, and don't let this downfall stop y'all for believing in change. Because change will come, even if it's not today, but it will happen. Just keep fighting no matter what. One thing about me is, no matter what, I will always stand with women because women's rights is human rights. And plus, my whole life, I grew up with a lot of women. Of course, I did have men in my life. I had my father, I had my grandfathers, I had my uncles in my life, and they play a big part of my life. But also, I have a lot of women in my life. I have a mother. I have sisters. I have my aunt. I have my godmothers. I have many female friends who always been there my entire life. I even have a lot of women that I dated. Some worked out and some didn't work out. But even though a lot of them did not work out, they played a big part in my life because they are a part of my story. And I want to thank every woman who was in my life because they helped me to become the person I am today. When I went out and voted this year for this election, I wasn't thinking about Republican and Democrat. I was thinking about our features, from my family feature, from my feature, and my feature when I had little ones. And even though we wasn't sure what she was going to do or if she could really make things better, we already knew what the other candidate did, and he did not make things better. So what made you think that the second time we're going to be any better? And I felt like a lot of stuff was at stake for Black people, for women, and for everybody else. And I felt like this election was really serious. I feel like a lot of people did not take this election serious at all. They voted for the other candidate because they were not ready for a woman to take office. And it's kind of sad because if y'all did vote for the other candidate, it's pretty clear that y'all represent racism. It's pretty clear that y'all represent hate. It's pretty clear that y'all don't respect women. Pretty clear that y'all didn't want change. It felt like we were going backward. And yeah, I can understand why a lot of people was upset about this result. Because I was upset about it. Because it was a slap in the face for all of us. So yeah. But no matter what, I stand with women no matter what. And I feel like us as men, we have to do better. We have to stand up for our women better. We have to support our women better. We have to treat our women better. We have to take care of our women. We need to stop hurting our women. We have to change ourselves to make sure we make our women safe. And that only would change because it starts with us. So fellas, this is for y'all now. Fellas, we need to learn to treat our women better because they deserve the world. Just like how your mother deserves the world, your sisters, your wife, your girlfriend, your children deserve the world. All women deserve the world. So let's start treating our women right. And once again, for my women, continue to stay beautiful, continue to be strong, continue to be great at everything that you do, and continue to impact the world because y'all already do more than what others think y'all could do. Continue to tell y'all stories and continue to just kill it. Y'all are amazing. Remember that. And I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Now, I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spinoff Series Thursdays. And Spinoff Series Thursday is the new home for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spinoff Series. That brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Presents Spin-off Series Thursday, a conversation about music podcast every first Thursdays. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Riding Rod every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. I know the episode was really short, but I hope my message make a bigger impact than how short this episode was. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning into the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You already know where you can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sunday for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays, where we have shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 p.m. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Ms. Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. And the Old School Show with myself and the Star Rider Ride every fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. Spin-off Series Thursday will be returning in 2025. So look out for that. 2025 Spin-off Series Thursday will be returning. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Podchasers. The more y'all rate the show, more people know about Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want me to guest on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, kenypgent@gmail.com, or hit me up on social media, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken_Mr. MR, Gentleman, GENTOEMAN, and we can set something up because I am still looking for guests for season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast and season 9 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want to check me out on other shows, check me out on the Premier Boys Podcast with myself, Aaron Keatok Sands, the Star Rider Ride, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal. New episodes of the Premier Boys Podcast every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Other shows to check out on the Premier Podverse, King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands. Season 5 is coming soon, and every Friday at 12 p.m. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Ride. You can check out all episodes of Star Time Podcast right now on all podcast platforms. Welcome to the trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal. New episodes coming soon. Listen and support every show in the Premier Podverse. At this time, it's time for everybody's favorite segment. It's time for Mr. Gentleman Like That Shoutouts, where we shout out 4 shows and we give them their flowers. Last time we did this, we shout out Kathy Vaughn's podcast, The Lighthouse Within, Visit Vegas Places with Coral, and a lot about the Fair podcast. Check out the 4 show we shout out the last time. This time we got 4 new shows for Mr. Gentleman Like That Shoutouts. And the first show that we're going to shout out is Conversation with Toy, hosted by Toy, where she discussed life journey within that through failures or success. And this is a really good show. She talked about many topics from her life, mental health, everything that's going on in the world. She had guests come on the show and many more. You can check this show every Fridays at 12 p.m. This is a really good show. Check out Conversation with Toy. Next show we're going to talk about is Unite Your Power, the Kathy Mal podcast, hosted by Kathy Mal. And she was a guest on this show earlier this year. And she talked about many topics from her life journey, her being a coach. She had guests come on the show and many more. This is a really good show, and I love the stuff that she talked about on the show. So check out Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mal podcast. Also, check her out on The American Dreams in the Eyes of the Immigrant, hosted by Haley De La Cruz, who was also on my show this year. Check out Kathy on her podcast show where it was a really dope conversations. Check out that interview as well. Next show that we're going to talk about is Wild Night with Rocky, hosted by Rocky. And, I love this show. On this show, she brings guests on and they talk about their Wild Night stories. And she's also discussed many topics on the show. Everybody check out Wild Night with Rocky. She is one person who I want on my show, and hopefully I can have her on the show on a future episode of Mr. Gentleman like that podcast. That would be really dope. Or I even come on her show. We see what happens. She actually been the guest. She actually been the person who I want on the show for a very long time. So hopefully in 2025 I can get Rocky on the show. So yeah. And the last show we'll talk about is Lady Pitch, hosted by Haiti Baby and Dory, where they create a space where both men and women can chime in on everyday issues. So they discuss many topics from sex, love, stuff that's going on in the world, and many more. They bring many guests on the show. This is a really good show. Check out Lady Pitch podcast. Check out the 4 shows that I have for the shout out. Conversation with Toy, Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mal podcast, Wild Night with Rocky, and Lady Pitch. And that is this week, Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Shoutouts. True! And of course, add me on Good Pods, Ken, Mr. Gentleman. Y'all already know Good Podcast, the many independent podcasters. We see what everybody listens to. We rate each other's shows, and we had the charts. And at the time for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Achievement, where we spotlight everything Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast is doing. And of course, we got the Good Pod charts. And for Top 100 shows, we are number 13 on the Noble charts and number 7 on the Indie charts. For Society and Culture, we are number 5 on the Society and Culture Noble chart and number 2 on the Indie charts. And for Personal Journal, we are number 1, and we've been number 1 for 3 days. So we just got back to number 1. I don't know who listened to the show while I was on break for 1 week, but whoever you are, thank you for listening to Mr. Gentleman. Like the podcast on Good Pods, really means a lot. And thank you everybody who still support Mr. Gentleman. Like the podcast, it really means a lot. And yeah. And check out the official website for Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com. You can listen to every episode of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. You can watch every video of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. From the audio version from Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast TV, from Mr. Gentleman Fact Quote Today. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast on YouTube. Check out every guest who's been on Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. All 74 guests who've been on Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Check out every guest appearance that I've been on. I will be making more guest appearances in 2025, so look out for that. And check out the official merch store from Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. www.tpublic.com. Just search Mr. Gentleman Like That Store. We have shirts, hoodies, mugs, and many more. And support the merch store and support us so we can upgrade your listening experience. So check out the official merch store at tpublic.com. Just search Mr. Gentleman Like That Store. And check out the official website from Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning into the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Next Sunday, we had the mid-season finale of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast and the final episode of 2024. Well, I'll pretty much be discussing why I never fit in, which is a solo episode. Have a good day or night while you're listening to this episode.
This is Laquita from the Queen and Me podcast, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.